My scores are stuck in 72, 73 and not been able to cross that 79. What could be the issue? I've been giving exams again and again, but I've not been able to get past 79. What could be the issue? I've been practicing, I've been using every sort of tips and tricks, techniques and templates, but not been able to cross 79. What could be the issue? Well, if you're bombarded with such questions, then trust me, today's video is the one, a jackpot video that will help you gain insights on how to score 79 in the very next attempt in under 30 days. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on PTE Masterclass to score 79 proven tips and tricks for 2025, and trust me, in under a month you should be able to get through 79 if you just follow this. Before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message, we will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our 3 official ebooks. First was PTE Speaking Cheat Code, second was PTE Reading Cheat Code, third is Match Winning Approach to PTE. The links for all these ebooks are in the description of this video. You can click on any of the links, buy it as a combo and avail some discount as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the masterclass for 79 plus in the next 1 month. When we talk about 79 plus in the very next attempt in under a month, remember, you got to know few of the important modules. There are 21 modules in the PTE Academic and 20 modules in the PTE Core. But what if I told you that only 6 modules are very important? First thing is read aloud contributes 35 marks to reading and speaking. Next comes repeat sentence contributes 30 marks towards your speaking and listening. Next is reading fill in the blanks, 25 plus marks towards your reading. And then comes reading writing fill in the blanks in the reading section, which contributes 25 plus marks towards your reading and writing, meaning 50 marks. Then comes listening fill in the blanks, approximately 15 plus marks towards your listening and writing. Then write from dictation, 40-45 plus marks towards your listening and writing. And if you are perfect, precision is important. See, I am good at this. All the modules, Nakul, you're talking about, that may not be enough to get that 79. To get that 79, you need to focus on the precision. Now, what do you mean by precision? When something is very easy, you cannot make mistakes. Listening fill in the blanks, out of 15 blanks, 12 are very easy. And in those 12, you got 10, 100% 79 plus not possible. In those 12, you got to get 12 out of 12. Meaning whatever is easy, you cannot make mistakes, and that's the precision. Difficult ones, it's okay. Even Shakespeare or Shakespeare's son, Shakespeare's brother-in-law also will make mistakes. The point what I'm talking about is, if you develop the precision for these modules, meaning for simple questions, easy peasy questions, never make mistakes. You cannot afford to make mistakes. So we will come back on all these sections in just a while. Individual modules, the mistakes, how to fix it for a 79. But what are the not so important sections which also contribute some marks towards your 79 plus? First thing is describe image. Not very important. Hardly contributes 8 to 10 marks. Comes retell lecture or respond situation for PTE Core. Retell lecture for PTE Academic. Not so important, hardly some 6 to 8 marks. Then comes summarize spoken text, hardly 6 to 8 marks. Reorder the paragraph, not important at all, 4 to 5 marks. Then comes summarize written text, 4 to 5 marks. Highlight incorrect words is important, but it's a very simple module. We don't have to use this too much there. Just listening and reading, 12-15 marks, but I believe not many people have problems here. Now when we talk about describe image, you don't have to really too much worry about the content. You see the question, whatever that comes to your mind, you start speaking. In the beginning 25 seconds that is given to you, use the time, the preparation time, to figure out 3 key contents or 3 sentences. Just identify these and use my template that I've shared in many videos and just speak. And when you speak, don't worry about the grammar, don't worry about the logic. What if I make mistakes? So don't worry, just to speak. But make sure the rhythm in the describe image is same as the rhythm that you have followed in your read aloud. If you do that, out of 10, you would get 10 out of 10 describe image. Not so important. Similarly, you got to follow for retell lecture or respond situation. It's the fluency that wins the race. Along with that, you got to write some 4 to 5 sentences or 4 to 5 small phrases and just use the template and speak. And when you use a template and when you're speaking, don't worry about the grammar, don't worry about the logic. You just have to maintain the same rhythm as you do or as you did in your read aloud. These are all not so important for 79 as well. I'm telling you, you will do it. You just follow this. This will not take a lot of time to master them. Then summarize spoken text, same technique, but here you need to type. Same technique as written lecture, but you got to type it. And when you type, don't make spelling mistakes and don't make grammatical errors. Only for that you need to work. Even in summarized spoken text, let's say some 8 marks, you can still get 7 out of 8 in the worst case, or 8 out of 8 if you can get it, well and good. Don't make spelling mistakes, don't make grammatical errors. 4 to 5 phrases using the template that I have shared, same template for written lecture. You should be able to get it. You don't need a lot of time to get into it, try to figure out, but that's what people end up doing, isn't it so? How many of you are worried about these modules? Describe image, which template is working? Written lecture, which template is working? Summarize spoken text, which template is working? Summarize written text, which website is giving good scores? We are only focusing on these not so important sections and wasting our useful time. Then you don't get much time to focus on the important sections, isn't it so? Don't worry too much about this. These are not a priority. Read out the paragraph. I've made 2 videos in the YouTube. Follow them. Just go to exam. Try doing it in under 1.5 minutes. If you're able to solve, well and good. If you're not, randomly drag and drop some answer and move on. Not a priority. Focus more on reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks. Summarize written text. Take any 2 random sentences, full sentences, in between them add a comma and a connector and but, anything of that. Towards the end put a full stop. Summarize written text, done and tested. Highlight incorrect words is the easy one. You just listen and read and accordingly select whichever is incorrect. Negative marking is there in the highlight incorrect word, so make sure you select only if you're confident. In doubt, don't select. If you don't select, there is no negative marking. So all this we can keep it aside. Don't worry too much about them. You will develop precision here. It's not so difficult. It will not test a lot of your skills. Hope you're getting it. So let's get back to this read aloud, repeat sentence, reading fill in the blank, reading, writing fill in the blank, listening fill in the blank, right from dictation. For a 79, how you should speak in read aloud so that you back those 35 out of 35 from read aloud towards your reading and speaking both. Let's start. All right, let's take up a read aloud. I'm gonna show you how to speak in the read aloud so that you get full scores through our soon going to be live website. Let's start. I'm skipping it. I'm just starting to speak. Being disciplined is one of the important and toughest lessons to learn in life. It requires the utmost dedication and hard work to practice self-control and conduct ourselves in a way that best serves the society and lives around us. This is not very fast. This is rhythmic. I'm just maintaining a rhythm. If you want, you can little bit lower down your speed as well. Let's click submit and see how much marks do I get. Anything above 4.4 or 4.5 is a decent score out of 5 for your fluency, pronunciation and content. Remember, I'm not using a headset closer to my mouth, so it can vary a little bit because of the background noise. So it says 4.6 fluency, context 5, pronunciation 4.9. You just identify the pitch. We are implementing this pitch thing. My pitch is at 150. In the beginning, it went little up to 200, but most of it is between 150 to 170, meaning there is a difference of just 20, 150, 170, 150, 170. This is how it should look like. It should not be complete up and down. You go up and down, speaking will be 90, reading will be gone case. Then again 79 plus is not possible. Be very, very careful. This is the rhythm. Don't go very slow, don't go very fast. Just have to speak naturally. Then what is the mistake people end up doing? Let me just show you again. Now I'm gonna show you the mistakes what people end up doing. Being disciplined is one of the important and toughest lessons to learn in life. It requires the utmost dedication and hard work to practice self-control and conduct ourselves in a way that best serves the society and lives around us. I have seen myself, a lot of students do this. I am not sure why, which trainer is circulating this wrong way, but you do this, AI will give you good scores because yes, you have been fluent. Context is perfect, pronunciation became 5, content is context is 4.9 and fluency is 4.8. But see the pitch, the Pearson AI, how it works. If the pitch is like this, see that it's between 150 to 300. It still looks the same, but see the metrics. The previous one was 150, 160, 170, but this one it has increased to 200, 250, 300 because it is too much of variations. If there are too much of variations, again marks will go down. Irrespective of what scores you get for your fluency, context and pronunciation, if there is a too much of variation, again marks will go down in the exam. That is what we are hinting through our website. So avoid doing this. You will not get scores for your reading or the speaking for a 79 plus in the exam. The next is repeat sentence. Let me just play one repeat sentence and show you what would be the ideal way to speak to develop that precision 3 out of 3 for each repeat sentence question. Let me just restart this particular question. Let's listen to it carefully.
Changes in ocean currents significantly impact global climate patterns and marine biodiversity.
Changes in ocean currents significantly impact marine biodiversity. So I missed 3 words in the middle, and that was the trick. Can I still do it and get good scores? Yes, 100% yes. Say their fluency out of 5, 4.5, content out of 3, 2. It is not out of 5, content is out of 3, and pronunciation is 4.8. You see the original text, changes in ocean currents significantly impact. You see the the user text, changes in ocean currents significantly impact. Until there it is perfect. Global climate patterns and 4 words I've skipped. I spoke marine biodiversity. If you do this, you will get 3 out of 3. 4.5 plus 2 plus 4.8. That will be converted to 3. 13 marks would be converted to 3. It will be 2.7, 2.6. You end up getting 3 out of 3. And this is what you need to adopt for 79. You don't do this. What most people end up doing, I'll just show you. We'll just restart this question. They try to speak every word as it is.
Changes in ocean currents significantly impact global climate patterns and marine biodiversity.
Changes in ocean current, biodiversity, impact of, so this is what is going to happen. Why? Only because you're trying to speak every word as it is. If you can speak well and good, but let's say you have problems. Oh, sorry, I forgot to click submit. Okay, let's say you have problems and you're trying to speak everything as it is. It won't work. 79 won't be possible. Listen less, speak less. Listen to your capacity. Master this technique every time. Whenever you practice in any website, master this particular technique. Your aim is to speak 60-70% of the content fluently with no additional pauses, with not some exaggeration. Whatever the way you receive the audio, same way you need to give it back. This way you do it, you should be able to get full scores. Don't worry too much about the content, worry too much about the fluency. The next is reading fill in the blanks. Reading fill in the blanks is very important. Approximately 25 plus marks it contributes towards your reading alone. Now I'm going to give you a small question. Try solving it under 2.5 minutes. Post 2.5 minutes. I'm going to come back and show you how to do it. Let's start. Alright, let's understand how to do this. While Shakespeare wrote his, Shakespeare will write what? Will write a poem, will write a novel, will write verse. Wrote his verses. Verses is like a write-up or a poem. Correct? While Shakespeare wrote his verses in the 1590s, now this is purely based on vocabulary. You need to know the meaning of verses. Let's say you don't know the meaning of verses because you are not a reader, you don't read much and directly you practice every day, but you want 79. How is it possible? These kind of words you need to know the meaning. Few of the words you can make a guess. So here I am teaching you the approach. In our course as well, this is what we teach you. It is not simply practicing, it is practicing by understanding where are you going wrong. What is the right approach, wrong approach. Here we are mixing grammar, collocation and context. First is pure context. He wrote what? He will write a drama, he will write a poem, he will write a verse. In the 1590s, the power of his perceptive dash was such. When you write, what holds the power? Your hand, your fingers. What will be in your hand or fingers? It's a pen. Isn't it? While Shakespeare wrote his verses, the power of his perceptive thoughts, the power. So this is again context. But there are people who don't understand this, but they want 79. Don't think I'm demotivating you. I'm motivating you in a different way. All I'm telling you is start reading books. Develop that contextual skills. Then 79 is possible. Seeking shortcuts. I'll try to take, the repeated questions and just finish it off. You will not finish it off. It will finish you. Probably it will take one more year for you to finish. Because later you will realize all this will not work. One question may come for one person out of 100 people. With that one question, 3-4 blanks, you cannot get your scores. You got to have that skill. Correct? The power of his perceptive dash was such. His words remain collocation. It always remained loyal. It always remained true for someone. Third is collocation. Second will come back. His words remain true. For women around the world, women have always loved the dash of nature. Women have always loved the after the noun should come. Grammar. Conspicuous is adjective. Means clear. It is conspicuous. It is clear. Entranced is adjective or verb. Ed is there, contrived ed is there. Quill, I don't know the meaning, but fragrances, you know the meaning. Loved the fragrances of nature. What is the clue? Basically, we're mixing the things. We are coming up with another method. It's like LHS is equal to RHS. While I was solving mathematical problem in my 10th, our teacher had asked us, whatever the answer you get, see from another method, you also reach the same answer, which will ensure you 100% result. You made one mistake while doing it and reached a possible solution, and you thought it is correct and just went off. That's a wrong answer because you made a mistake in the middle. But another method, there is a very high possibility that you don't make the same mistake. Another method resulted in another answer. Now these two answers should be same. If they are different, you made a mistake. So here as well, grammar says women have always loved the fragrances. The quill of nature is not fitting in. The fragrances. Is there any other way we can make out that it is fragrance? Continue reading. In the last line it says the perfume it released. So perfume, fragrance, it's all fitting in. Grammar and the context, meaning clue based. Grammar, clue based. Grammar, clue based. The fourth is love the fragrances. The last one, the first woman carefully grew the first cultivated plant on earth and was dash as much by its nourishment and was wondered. That wondered is not contrived. You need to know the few of the words meaning here. Contrived is to bring about. It contrived the anger in him. It brought. Entranced. Trance. There is a movie as well. Trance. Entranced is to be wondered. To be fascinated. So the first is wrote his verses. Second will come back. Third is remain true. Loved the fragrances and was entranced. Now second is power of his. After his noun should come his car. His pen. His quill. Quill is the only noun here, no other words is fitting in. Quill is that pen or that leaf with which we used to write by dipping in ink or something. That is a quill. So now for a 79, can I get 4 here? 100% no, because it's very much possible to get 5 to 5. This is not a difficult question. If you are assuming that it's so difficult, then there itself you lose. 79 won't be possible. In this, it is definitely possible to get 5 to 5. Something like this comes, you got to get 5 to 5 because everything is pretty much evident. For that, you need a right approach. For that, you need to develop that ability. Vocabulary, grammar, collocation, contextual skills. Again, repeat, vocabulary, grammar, collocations, contextual skills. So work towards it. Now we quickly move on to the reading, writing, fill in the blanks. A very simple question. I'm gonna add a timer of 3 minutes. Try solving it in under 3 minutes. Post that, I'm gonna come back and show you what should be your attitude towards solving this if you're aiming for 79 plus. Alright, let's understand how to do this. Silence, often dash in modern discourse, can be powerful, often kept a secret, often undervalued, often amazed, often make its way out. Making its way out means to come out. See, here it's a pure logic. Silence often is very silent. It's undervalued. Silence is undervalued, but it can be a powerful form of communication. You got to get the context here. The answer has to be undervalued. Second one, in conversations, intentional pauses can dash the meaning of words, allowing listeners continue reading, continue reading, continue reading. Patience is the way out. If you don't read further and you're stuck there and you're thinking what can be the answer, you will simply amplify the meaning of the words, isn't it? Or restrain the meaning of the words, nullify this. Randomly you will choose. You read further, you get the context. Can dash the meaning of the words, allowing listeners time. It allows some time for them to process and reflect, like I'm doing right now. It can amplify the meaning of the words, not restrain or nullify or distort. Hope you're getting it. Is amplifying something so that they get some extra time to process and reflect. Silence also plays a crucial role in conflict resolution, where it may dash tension. Now if you're very silent, you'll not increase the tension, rather you diffuse it. Get the context, get the context, get the context. Diffuse tension. And the next one, silence is considered a path to inner peace and tranquility. Peace and something very peaceful. It is not rumination. Eloquence is that having that style. Deviation, it's transcendence. Check the meaning of it, purely vocabulary based. The next is people who are comfortable with silence often radiate the calmness, calm and groundedness, not fabricate, accumulate, oscillate. You don't oscillate calm, you don't accumulate calm, you radiate. When you see someone who is very silent and very peaceful, you often, have witnessed them showing some signs of calmness, isn't it? So it's always radiate the quality, not oscillate the quality. Getting it radiate calm and making them more approachable and mindful. Ultimately, learning to dash silence can enrich communication, relationships, learning to acknowledge the silence, context based. Acknowledge is embrace. Emulate means copy. Abstraction, abstract, neglect means negligence. So it's embrace. Pure vocabulary, grammar, collocation, context. Meaning you got to take a book and start reading for a 79. Any book will do. Take a novel, newspaper, magazine, sports journal. Every day at least 1 hour you got to read. Develop that art of guessing the meaning of the words from the context. Develop the art of understanding the sentences, what the writer has written, what is in the writer's mind, and then fill something which actually syncs with what writer wanted to convey. You don't create your own story. So for a 79, precision is required here. You got to get 6 out of 6. If you're getting 5-4, then 79 plus would be very difficult. Trust me on this. Now we'll go to listening, fill in the blanks. I'll show you just one question wherein it has got each and everything, the agility, the listening skills, spelling and everything. Let's start. All right, let's be ready.
Canada's Prime Minister-designate Mark Carney has said he is ready to negotiate a renewed trade deal with President Donald Trump, as long as there is respect for Canadian sovereignty. Carney made these comments during a visit to a steel plant in Hamilton, Ontario, as Canada unveiled $29.8 billion, $20.7 billion, in reciprocal tariffs on U.S. imports. It comes after Trump slapped 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminium coming into the country. Since President Trump took office in January, the two countries have been involved in an escalating trade war, with the U.S. president repeatedly threatening to annex its neighbor.
Alright, so the first one, designate, was clearly pronounced, but second one went quick because we were busy writing designate, isn't it so? Now for a 79, you cannot afford to make such silly mistakes. The moment you click the next question, once it appears, it says beginning in 8 seconds, beginning in 7 seconds. Use that time to locate the distance between the two blanks. Here first and the second are very closely located. Now unaware of it, you started with the first question typing or writing down in a paper and then come here to see second question. By that time second is already passed. Be very careful, it's all about agility. You need to be really conscious and know what is happening. Second is spelling, third is listening skills. Now reciprocal tariffs, you need to know what it is. Reciprocal tariffs, you may have seen them or heard about this or read about this in newspapers. When a trade is happening between two countries, what is the tariff involved in settling some amount, something of that? Reciprocal, reciprocate, reciprocal tariffs. So things are easy only when you understand how to do this. Otherwise reciprocal, mostly people would go wrong. Aluminium, spelling A, double L or single L? Alright, let's check the correct answers. Click on the submit button. I should be able to get 5 out of 5. Aluminium is ALUMINIUM. A double L is wrong. Designate, negotiate, reciprocal, neighbor. Now let's say aluminium spelling, you write it wrong. Neighbor, can I write BOUR? BOUR, both are accepted. But aluminium spelling, you write it wrong, meaning it's a very simple one and you are falling for the trap. That's why the marks will go down. That's why the precision counts from 70, then it comes down to 77, 76, 72. It starts dripping down. So in order to avoid this, get your basics right. Very, very important things in listening, fill in the blanks. You cannot afford to make such silly mistakes. Difficult ones, it's okay. But simple ones, never make. Understand this and work towards it. Alright, the last is write from dictation. This is where 90% of the people go wrong because they are lacking the technique. Now, don't do anything, just observe how I'm doing this. This is going to be a very lengthy audio, but just see how I structurally divide it into multiple steps and get the desired result. It's 14-15 words. You at least get 13 words correctly. You end up getting 90 overall. Let's check it out. I'm going to play the audio. Let's wait and watch.
Tourism boosts the economy by creating jobs, increasing revenue, and promoting cultural exchange between nations.
Increasing revenue and promoting cultural exchange between nations. Tourism boosts the economy by creating jobs, increasing revenue, and promoting cultural exchange between nations. There are 15 words. I'm soon going to show the answers, but how it happened, it did not happen magically. No, Nakul, you already knew this before. Probably in previous class I did once. But that is not an excuse because of which I got full marks here. It's basically the approach. What I'm doing is I'm writing 2-3 letters of each word very quickly. At the same time, I'm understanding it, listening it here and sending it to the brain for processing. Tourism boosts the economy by doing something, something, something. That's the context. And I wrote in short notes and now expanded. Now I add extra words. Now the idea being very simple. Tourism boosts the economy by creating jobs, increasing revenue, and promoting cultural exchange between nations, exchanges, and probably job boost either. This would be my final answer. Now I'll see the correct answer and let's compare and see how much marks I've got. Tourism boost the economy by creating jobs. Exactly matching spelling. Tourism boosts the economy by creating jobs. 7 marks I get to listening, 7 marks to writing. Increasing revenue and promoting cultural exchange between nations. This nation will not give the scores, but nations is perfect. I end up getting 15 out of 15. You can also do it. If not 15, at least get 13. But if you're getting 12, 11, 10, then marks will go down. Every question will not be this lengthy. But if at all this lengthy question comes, this is the approach you got to follow. Listen and write as quickly as possible in short notes. Don't write one later, because once you finish it, when you come back, probably you would not know what you just wrote. 2-3 letters, then you can predict. See here, CON I have written, but for the fact that I understood what tourism did, I was able to predict that it is economy, not con. Getting it, so understand and do it, and it all boils down to how quick you are, how agile you are, how quick your fingers are. You can either type if your typing speed is good, or you can write down in a piece of book that is given to you. But this is the approach. 3-step. Listen and write in short notes. Listen means understand and write in short notes. Expand, add extra words. As simple as this. You do this, develop precision. Book exam 79% to 100% possible. I think that's all for today. I really hope this was an informative content. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe, and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'm going to park the video here. This is Nakul, 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 signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.